And I feel like if the V Rod was still out to this day, it would probably be the best Harley Davidson ever made.
Infinit Ryda.
So what's going on, riders? Today we are here in the Noda district, which is a very artsy area in the Charlotte area, and we're gonna pull out from here in a second and we're gonna talk about why I feel like the Harley-Davidson V Rod might be the best motorcycle Harley ever made. Alrighty, let's get this girl in neutral so we get that initial crank up. Woo! That is a sound. It's music to my ears, baby. People staring, making too much noise down here while they trying to enjoy their meal. Alright. It always feels good to get out on the V Rod. I really got to come up with a name for this girl. I love coming down to Noda. Noda is like the artsy district or the artsy area here in the Charlotte region. But today, on my ride back towards my area, I just came down here to take a couple of pictures of the V Rod in front of some of that graffiti. You can see all my photos and everything on my Instagram page by following me at the Infinit Ryda, all ran together on Instagram. Make sure you do that. Message me, reach out, motorcycles, if you want to chat or anything like that. But I feel like the V Rod was a very underrated motorcycle, kind of like my YouTube channel. It's kind of underrated in my opinion, wouldn't you all say? It says go slow. I'm gonna go slow. I'm gonna go slow. Ooh, I kind of want to take a picture in front of that wall. Can I pull in there? Oh, that's all gravel. I don't like dealing with gravel. That was some nice graffiti though. But like I was saying, I feel like the V Rod is extremely underrated for its time, especially. The V Rod came out, I believe, in 2002. And this was Harley-Davidson's first water-cooled motor. It came with an 11, is it an 1130? I think, could be wrong. Oh, I have to do it. I like that. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. This is a good angle. It's gonna be a good angle. I hope this is a good angle. I literally have nothing on me, man.
Yeah, nothing on me.
Nope. I don't have nothing.
Yeah, who got on your phone?
Huh? Pulled over to try to take a picture. I'm usually nice and help people out, but he a little aggressive and he got a beer hanging out his pocket. I feel like he could have bought himself some food instead of that beer if he really wanted something to eat. Alright, so the V Rod is, I feel like, I call it innovation. That's what it is. It's an innovative motorcycle, especially for its time. In 2002, so the V Rod was a Harley-Davidson with an 1130cc motor in it, putting out, I think it's roughly 77 or 70 something foot-pounds of torque that can do speeds of over 130 miles per hour with a 5-gear motor. Tell me that ain't innovation. Even Harley's 6-speed motorcycles nowadays do not do 130 miles per hour. I'm sure they can, but they have those governors and things on there to kind of dial it back so that it can't do those speeds. This motorcycle redlines at 9,000 RPMs. Like, that's insane for a V-twin, especially in 2002. This was Harley's first water-cooled motorcycle, and they did a great job at it. It's an amazing machine. It's reliable. The engine was co-designed with Porsche. It's fun to ride, and surprisingly, I honestly didn't think it would be as comfortable as it is. I've put a lot of saddle time in on this motorcycle, doing longer rides than I've done in a very long time, and I've been extremely comfortable. Now, I have test rode the V Rod Muscle, which you can see that review in my Harley-Davidson reviews playlist, but it wasn't as comfortable as this because it kind of had like drag bars on it where your hands are more down here, and that's just an awkward position. Your hands down here, your feet forward. It just didn't feel as comfortable. This one has more of the upright seating position. Kind of feels like the seating position you would have on like one of the Dyna models or Softail or something like that. It's a very comfortable upright seating position. You got forward controls, which I love because I'm a taller person. When you're taller, forward controls are like a must. You don't really want mids. I mean, mids give you a little bit more control over the bike, but like your knees are in your nipples. You don't want your knees touching your nipples while you're riding, you know. It is what it is. Now, most people love their Harley-Davidsons because of how customizable a Harley-Davidson is. It's an extremely customizable motorcycle. That's why I love Harleys, because they're extremely customizable. Now, with the V Rod honestly is not that customizable. It is what it is. It is a muscle cruiser. That's what it's designed to be. I've seen people do some crazy stuff with a V Rod, but they did a lot of fabricating. What I mean by customizing is there's not a ton of bolt-on parts for the V Rod. It probably has the least amount of bolt-on parts than any Harley-Davidson ever made. Probably, in my opinion. But for what Harley designed this bike for, as far as I think they threw the project to Willie G. They were looking to design a muscle cruiser, and that's what they did. This is an amazing muscle cruiser. It's an excellent bike for someone who likes to go fast but still wants to be comfortable. Someone who really want to be on a sport bike doing those sport bike things, but they want that comfort as well. You know what I'm saying? Because this bike has about kind of in the same range of performance as most 600s would have. 600cc sport bikes. Now, it can't lean like a sport bike, that's for sure. I'm a perfect example of that because I scrape my exhaust pipe in the cornering. That's just because it sits kind of low. It's a cruiser, it's a muscle cruiser, but it's made to go fast, and it definitely can handle some curves. You just can't lean it over as much. You just got to know where that limit is, or that perfect median, or you got to just be willing to scrape up your damn exhaust. Those are your options. Another thing is the V Rod has its own signature sound, and the V Rod is the only Harley-Davidson that has its own specific motor. Most of the other Harleys, they all share a motor. You know, if it's a 107, they put that same motor in a Softail. They'll put the same 107 in a touring bike. You know, same thing with the 114. They share the motor with multiple different platforms of motorcycle. The V Rod, if you want this engine that's in the V Rod, the one that's co-designed with Porsche, you got to get the V Rod. That's the only way to get this motor. And I myself think that's very creative, unique, and that's what should be being done. I did the typical Harley thing. Rev up once before you pull off. Different styles of bikes should have different styles of motor so that people got choices. You got options. And you know, the V Rod is the only bike that had its own unique motor, co-designed with Porsche, that is a performance motor. It's a performance motor for a performance motorcycle. You don't like, that's what it is. That's what it's for. I mean, but the problem with the V Rod was traditional Harley riders could not grasp the concept. They just wouldn't adapt to it. They wouldn't latch on and embrace the V Rod for what it was. Why would you not embrace a Harley-Davidson muscle motorcycle that is freaking amazing? Like, this bike just it's oh my god. When I was considering picking this bike up, I had one of my friends or my buddies or whatever tell me not to buy the V Rod because Harley-Davidson riders hate this thing and it's going to destroy my channel. Well, I still got Harley at the house, which is the Sportster. If y'all like her a lot better, I can make more videos on her. Because me, I love the V Rod. I feel like it's very innovating. And I feel like if the V Rod was still out to this day, it would probably be the best Harley-Davidson ever made. If they just re-engineered some things, added on some different features like the rider assist aids, maybe changed out the tack to make it look a little bit more futuristic, you know, come out with some more parts, some more bolt-on parts, different fairings and things like that where you can adjust the look of the bike. This would be the best Harley-Davidson ever created. A water-cooled V-twin that redlines at 9,000 RPMs that can do over 130 miles per hour. Like, Harley's trying to grasp new riders and they're trying to grasp sport bike riders into trying out Harleys. Well, I'm sitting on the damn Segway. Another great thing about this bike is it does well as a commuter when you're stuck in traffic because of the fact it's water cooled. So sitting in traffic on Harley, which is my Sportster that's at the house, sitting in traffic on her, since she's an air cooled motor, it's not a good thing.
It's so damn hot.
Because the motor only gets to cool off when you're moving, when wind is blowing across the engine fins to keep it cool. This motorcycle is water cooled. So I was just sitting at the light back there, and I've been doing a lot of stop and go, like sitting in traffic, because I keep getting caught at every single light for some reason. And I heard the fans kick on. Fans came on to cool the motor down. That way the bike is not getting as hot when it's sitting in traffic. But I'll make a whole nother video about why I feel like the V Rod is an excellent commuter motorcycle some other time, not today. Did a bird just shit on me? It felt like a bird just took a shit on me. I don't know if it did though. But the V Rod, it's an amazing machine. I'm extremely happy I purchased this bike. It's a 2004 and I love it. It feels more refined and better to me than some, not all, because some of those new Harley models are like monsters. Like, I love them, but some of the Harleys, this feels more refined and feels better to me than those, because I like a performance machine. The reason I'm riding a motorcycle is to get out there and feel free and embrace that freedom, and because I just love anything on two wheels anyway. But when I'm doing that, I want to feel the performance. I want to have some type of adrenaline rush, and I can do that on this girl. Let me know down below, what do y'all think? Honestly, your honest opinions. Like, I'm coming to y'all as my peoples, my family, my friends. You know, y'all are my community, my people. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk. We're here to communicate. We're here to chat. We're here to comment, respond, get conversations going, to get our minds thinking, to think outside of the box. What do y'all honestly think about the Harley-Davidson V Rod? Because I know a lot of y'all are traditional Harley riders and Harley lovers. Answer it. What do you think about the V Rod? And we may not have good responses when it comes to that, and that's probably why the V Rod is no longer around. But next time Harley comes out with something innovative, think about it, embrace it, because if you don't, they're a major company. They're going to let that innovation go, and then we're losing out on opportunities to bring new riders to the motorcycle scene, and to get people who are out on sport bikes over to the cruiser community, or to just encourage that teenager who thought about riding but just didn't see a bike that they liked, because they want to go fast but they want to be comfortable. You know, we're losing out on those people when we're not embracing innovation. I embrace innovation. I'm all about it. But I'm gonna check y'all out in the next video. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. I'm asking y'all to do an extra step now. Share this content. Get it out to as many people as possible. We want to encourage more people to ride as well. But y'all make sure y'all stay safe, be blessed, and do as I do. Get out there on two wheels. Deuces. Love y'all.
Infinit Ryda.